Welcome to Yume Koi Japan, here in Sera, in the middle of the mountains in Hiroshima. I'm going to give you a quick overview to what's going on with the construction here, what it's all about. So with no further ado, we will look at the first and smallest of the ponds here. So here we are. This pond, 2 meters wide, 4 meters long. This is going to be a 10-ton pond for various purposes, really. Quarantining new fish, and also if we've got fish that we are bringing back here and then shipping out elsewhere, those fish will go into this system. So it's kind of a multi-purpose thing, gives us a lot more flexibility with everything. And as such, that fish house will be, or that pond should I say, will be within its own fish house, so it's completely biosecure and isolated from the adjacent one, which will be so far the biggest pond that we've got here at Yume Koi Japan. This is going to be 75 tons, and here you can see one of the 2 big filter media bays, and then this, what you can see in the steelwork here, is where the backy showers will exit, which is the same design as what we've got on the 37 and 60 ton ponds that we already have. And then we have this area here, which obviously will all be indoors, and that will house drum filter, pumps and so on. After that, there will be another submerged media bay in here, so it's going to be a big submerged filter. Back, your shower exit there, going through the wall, and then come around to the front. It's, as you can see, it's quite sizable, 3.75 meters wide across the water and 12 meters in length. And as I say, 75 tons, that will be the entrance to that. If you can imagine, there will be an entrance at the front of the fish house, the same as we've got on that one there. So an entrance at the front, and then effectively a 2 meter area once we're inside, and that will be to give us a little bit of freedom of space for whether it's packing koi or photographing koi, that kind of thing. And then what will there then be is a gap then between that fish house and the next fish house, so you can just about get a truck down here if need be, K-truck down through the middle. And then it will be another fish house, again for the sake of biosecurity, separate to everything else. And in this fish house, you can see at this end, at the back end, is going to be 2 systems of 35 tons each. And then, although you can't see the steel work at the moment, at the back is going to be the filtration. There's a dividing wall, you can see it pencil lined out on the floor there through the middle, a dividing wall through the middle. So the ponds there will be 4 meters by 5 meters, and 2 of those 35 tons each. And then the entrance to this fish house will be on the side towards the front. So if you imagine that one being on the front for the 75 ton fish house, then this one will be on the front area on the side here. So you'll enter through doors here, and once you're inside, there will then be quite a big space inside for packing koi, photographing koi, anything you want to do. We can also prepare shipments in there, and also socialise in that. And then once you're inside the door, there will be then this fish house here, sorry, fish pond should I say. This one's 20 tons, and so this one is 3 meters by 4 meters, and again submerged filtration bay across the back there, and backy showers coming through the wall, the same as all the others. So it's quite an extensive operation that we're trying to set up here, that will give us a lot more flexibility, a lot more opportunity to properly condition fish, raise fish, overwinter fish according to what the fish are, what kind of bodies they are, what the future is intended for those fish, and so on. So as well as that, like if we're preparing fish to take to koi shows, we can raise them as we really need to do, rather than at the moment all we've got is 2 ponds in 1 fish house. And whilst those ponds work well and they raise fish really well, it's virtually impossible to do everything that we want to do with it. In fact, it's completely impossible. It's good for raising koi, but then when it comes to showing koi, you're then basically compromised on preparing the fish well. And also the other problem we've got is when we then take the fish to the show, it means everything needs to stop feeding for the duration of that preparation, and also after returning from the show. So it's just not really a good situation. So hence we've now got these 2 fish houses going up. The 75 ton, what the original plan was to build that one this year and then do the following fish house the following year, but in actual fact the cost of construction, materials and so on have risen so substantially that it's just not cost effective to do. So that's pushed us into a situation where it actually works out considerably cheaper to build 2 fish houses and all these ponds all in one hit. There's quite a big saving of money. So we've kind of bitten the bullet and going the whole hog. You've got to be in it to win it, as it were. So there you go, Yume Koi Japan. That's what's happening now. In the future, we've also got various other areas of land. So below here, rice fields we've got, so those can be changed into land for fish houses in the future if need be. Over there in the distance there, those ones, the plan is to keep those for rice or possibly vegetables. And further down below, there's another big rice field down there that also gives us more possibilities. And then over to the side here, we have this area will be a big garage, storage and so on, which is being built here. So that one will be used for basically keeping everything in, up on harvesting equipment, transport tanks, vehicles, you name it, it will be used for everything. And also the idea with that is we will be putting in drains into the floor as well. So when it comes to shipping time, if we've got shipments going on from our fish houses, we can move the fish to there and we can prepare the fish properly for packing and shipping. So what we would be doing in that case is following the kind of techniques that Tamura Koi Farm and Matsui Koi Farm are using, which is a system that works incredibly well, quite space saving, but most importantly it means that the fish arrive in the best possible condition. So we're going to try and emulate what they're doing, and hopefully it will work well. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope you're not bored to tears, and I will update you in the next week or so because it will start taking shape a lot faster. Thank you again. Bye bye.